Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a deadly duo in love that loves reaction to some death battle.
Yes, we do.
And so this is the new death battle, Among Us versus Fall Guys. And you can get all of our reactions for death battle in a playlist in the description of this video. Normally we do a bet, but that bet is over. It doesn't matter who won and who lost. We just do it for fun.
Does it not matter? Are we sure about that?
So yeah, make sure you tune in on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day for what costume Bethany has picked out for us.
Yeah.
To dress up as.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Whoa, new sound.
Mm-hmm.
The year was 2020. The long wait as we all experienced the most viral sensation in recent years. It was Among Us.
Fall Guys was the biggest news that year. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the lonely dark of space, aboard a malfunctioning vessel, a peculiar crew of bean-shaped astronauts must work together to save their souls from a quiet demise.
Tons of stuff could go wrong at any moment, and it's up to these colorful clowns to fix it. Impressive, since their spacesuits don't seem to have any arms.
Oh, that's not actually a suit, that's just how they are.
Wait, what? Ew, why?
More on that later. The tasks they undertake
Like
to
Fence
save
Lies
their
and
ship
Sussy
require varying
Bacchus.
degrees of difficulty and skill. It may not take much to reconnect some wires in the cafeteria, but it certainly does to clear asteroids when your ship is moving faster than light.
If that's not a suit, then why do they have a cafeteria when they don't have a mouth?
At any point, these creatures must draw from medical training, electrical skills, and mechanical know-how.
Okay, but it's total chaos, so teamwork is key. They gotta spread out and trust that while they're all swiping cards, they have each other's backs, right?
Well, success is always uncertain, as though fate has placed some external force that stands between this species and their survival.
There's an imposter among them! I mean, among us, but not us, though, right, Wiz? Right?
For the 9th time, I'm not an imposter.
That's just what an imposter would say!
Oh,
They're
oh.
shape-shifting aliens! They could be anyone! Or any mad scientist in a lab coat!
The imposter threatens the pack and pushes them towards extinction by any means necessary. Anything from damaging lights to wrecking the ship's reactor.
Which can be tricky to fix in time. Even though imposters are naturally skilled at crawling through the vents, the crewmates need special engineer training to do the same. So not all of them can make it up.
Nice.
All while the imposters conceal their motivations and infiltrate the
West.
herd. The others always know something isn't right, and the imposters use that paranoia to motivate their prey into ejecting each other into space. Just for being kinda sus.
Yeah, Wiz is the imposter.
He does seem to know an awful lot about these aliens. And just to put it out there, it isn't me.
That's a good point. Have you ever heard him say sus?
No, what do you mean? Knowing a lot is literally my job.
Ear canals.
Ah, jeez, fix your mic, dummy.
I agree with the metal bowling ball.
Well, I knew the Sussy Baka from the start. And again, just to be very clear, it isn't me.
Same here.
Oh, come on. Anyone could be the imposter, Boomstick. It's completely random.
Random starts with R and so does... Oh, I know who it is. It's always the red one.
Wait, what? But it isn't me. It isn't me.
Oh, right. There's usually 2 imposters.
Dear
Oh.
God.
The imposters aren't just tricksters, they're also hunters, bloodhounds tracking and assassinating crewmates when they least expect it.
They'll snap their necks, stab them with a knife, shoot them with a desert eagle, or use their frickin' tongues to impale their faces. Oh, right through the visor.
They may look like they're wearing spacesuits, but that's not a visor. That is their actual face. Examining their cross-section reveals their insides always match the color of their bodies, and that they are comprised of exactly one large bone, which must mean their ability to walk is entirely muscle-based. Their whole anatomy is one unsolvable mystery.
Ew, they've got human toes, buff arms for no reason, and can stretch like Mr. Fantastic? What are these freaky things?
No one knows. They don't even exist within the same realm of mortality as you or I. Even if one of them is killed or ejected into the lifeless void of space, they return as a ghost, invisible, incorporeal, unable
Nice.
to communicate with the living,
that's cool.
but nonetheless still among us.
Even beyond death, they can plot the demise of other crew.
Or become guardian angels for the living by literally shielding them.
That's gotta be one tough shield, because remember that Desert Eagle they holster? Apparently, that thing also fires a laser that can rip apart whole planets. Good God! To split this
Okay, so
planet
this is like
apart
the
like
map
that
game.
would need over 10 million tons of TNT.
A number so incomprehensible you'd have to multiply 1 billion by 1 billion twice.
More than enough to annihilate Earth over 160 million times. Which seems like overkill for the, space vampires they were fighting.
Right, the crew has crossed over with a variety of other universes. Fortnite, Vampire Survivors, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, the classics.
Including this Henry Stickmin guy. Apparently, he's a kleptomaniac with a surprisingly wide and wacky arsenal all the crew can have.
Desert Eagle-eyed crewmates will find Henry's weapons throughout the ship, like a banana bomb, a teleporter,
Banana bomb, nice.
a ninja star, and a magic pencil that can bring drawings to life.
These creepy Teletubbies can sketch whatever they want into existence, and they're suddenly everywhere I look now. Where's these little trash can people are freaking me out?
In a strange way, all of this makes sense for this fascinating species. In the face of insurmountable odds, something inside tells them to band together no matter what.
The reason you know
to
what
use
sus
all the
is.
tools available and try to survive again and again. On a ship, on strange planets, anywhere they may be, in spite of anything that may be going on in the world. They either fix what's broken or face certain doom. But no matter what, they do it together.
Together! Yeah! Ooh!
Hey y'all, this is Chad. If you don't know, I voice Boomstick. Here at 1 p.m. Central today, Sam and I are going to be playing some Fall Guys and maybe some Among Us live here on the Death Battle channel and on Twitch. Hang out, have some fun, and who knows, if you guys enjoy it, maybe we'll do some more gameplay streams in the future. Hope to see you there. Thanks.
I'm the imposter.
Welcome to the bright, colorful world of the Blunderdome! Natural habitat
Nice.
to these
Blunderdome.
lovable little beings known as the Fall Guys, who race each other through fun playgrounds with nothing but clear skies above.
These lively obstacle courses showcase their inherent skills and abilities. As if drawn by natural instinct, they hurtle over barriers together.
fighting just 'cause they're
and pass
shaped the
through
same way?
various tests of strength, agility,
I
and
guess so.
mental fortitude.
Maybe the game came out the same year, too.
Impressive considering how elaborate these bounce house courses get. How do these weebles wobble through it?
With a shocking level of innate parkour mastery that otherwise hasn't been seen since 2006. But honestly, not many of the beans make it, and only one can be crowned the winner before everything starts all over again.
Which makes for some very friendly competition, like survival of the fittest, but for a bunch of candy grimaces. They'll grab, shove, and slam into each other to make it out on top, or even roll up into a ball and launch across the course. Self-preservation be damned.
And over time, the beans have evolved to higher levels of, let's call it imagination. The engineer, Digi, invented the creative device so the beans could start making and designing new obstacles and challenges for themselves, as well as additional tools like wrecking balls, wind-up boxes for punching foes, and even translators that make their nonsensical language intelligible.
But even at their best, they're still just flinging themselves over these obstacles like a bunch of drunken lemmings.
This species
Lemmings.
seems to have a biological
That game's
urge to
amazing.
navigate these courses for one singular purpose. Get that crown.
I mean, if I could be king for a day, I'd push you off a cliff right now.
Very funny. Get away from me.
Things in the Blunderdome can get wild. We've seen these goobers get smacked by giant mallets and fall into actual hot lava, but they always pop back up at the
Pac-Man's a
qualification
crossover
stage
equipment,
later, completely unharmed somehow.
Power-ups as a rubber
Remarkable
chicken.
Creatures have demonstrated some dumbfounding durability, such as getting struck by meteors. That's a hit anywhere from 18 tons of TNT to 15 kilotons. kilotons, but they still get right back up to Rube Goldberg themselves straight through another obstacle course.
On top of that, they were hit with the Big Bang and came out the other side completely fine. Wait, what? Did I just say the Big Bang? Why do we even mention the meteor? Who cares? Their suits are basically indestructible.
Boomstick, I hate to tell you this.
No.
Those aren't really...
Don't say it.
Those aren't actually suits. That's their skin.
Oh, man. People were getting weird back in 2020. Did they have better things to do?
With only arms, legs, and eyes, there must be some genetic mechanism inside the beans that causes them to be self-sustaining. Though after some dissection, it's unclear. This is an official image, by the way.
I don't know what's more upsetting, that skeleton or the fact that these jelly beans are 6 friggin' feet tall.
Oh,
Imagine bumping into this thing in a dark alleyway. No, thank you.
Oh, this means when you start the game, you're just flat out naked? Just swinging away, beans in the wind.
Strange such nakedness would be allowed, considering what's actually happening is the Fall Guys are contestants in a non-stop 24/7 game show, The Ultimate Knockout. Yeah, that's what's actually
come one of
happening
them-
here.
their
what
skin
might
looks like a
seem
sweatsuit?
misconstrued as some sort of migration cycle is really a brutal,
That was
never-ending
Easter egg.
gauntlet that takes
Yeah.
advantage of their tunnel vision.
Oh, it's like the Truman Show mixed with Wipeout and Naked and Afraid. What happened to them being just colorful cartoon beans?
And they survive to keep playing the game no matter what. The game makers
Okay, so there
have said
are
when being
outfits that they can
fall
put
to
on.
their Death, they feel
Stretch So
they're not
beyond
always
of
naked.
displacement,
The observable
serenity,
universe?
Zen-like detachment from all worldly and physical bonds. Then they pop back onto the podium to celebrate their achievements. That's an official quote.
They've also said they're strong enough to rip someone in half and can stretch their bodies so far they pass beyond the observable universe.
there you go.
Oh god, the Twitter feats.
Oh yeah! January 18th, 2022, 9:14 a.m. The Fall Guy stretched so far, he exited the universe as we know it, and then he kept going.
Speaking of universes, the Fall Guys have seen dozens of guest stars from other stories
Yay!
and have learned from their cultures, like flying around in the TARDIS of Doctor Who fame, wielding He-Man's power sword, launching Ryu's iconic Hadouken, or
Awesome.
even just becoming Pac-Man. They just become Pac-Man. They're Pac-Man now.
Wiz, I know we've seen some crazy things on the show, but these 6 feet tall jelly bean monsters eat food through their feet. What are we
What?
about to rot upon the world? Is this cute and colorful reality an endless void of darkness and despair? Revelations of disturbances too catastrophic for the human mind to process? A vicious cycle on this blue marble surrounded by mouthless, dead-eyed beans.
Pretty much.
Ah, cool, let's see them fight.
So, have you ever played the game? I can't remember exactly what it was called. I want to say it was like Mafia or something like that, or like. But basically, it's like everyone puts their head down, and then it's like you play like in a classroom or something like that setting, and then the teacher would pick like one person to be the mob, like part of the mob or whatever, the killer, and then there's like a guardian angel, and then there's the spy.
Ooh, I don't remember a spy.
Okay, but like, and then like she picks up the spies first, and the spies are able to like point to one person, and then the teacher says whether or not they are like one of the killers or like not. Put your head back down for the spies, and wake up, and then she wakes up the mob people, and they pick who dies,
Okay.
and the goal is for the mob to kill out like the spies before the town figures out who they are and kicks them out. But that's kind of like Among Us, like a little bit. Like you're trying to find out who the spy is. You vote on who you think it is, and then you eject somebody out, thinking whether or not they are the spy. Because that's what you do every day. Like somebody wakes up, they're dead, and then the town comes up and like says who they think is the killer, and then you all have to like you have to say why you are not the killer. Someone kind of took like the basis of that game and just made Among Us. It was really, really smart.
And then they just added little bean people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they added little bean people. So
Make it cute.
it's just taking something you're already familiar with and just like repackaging it and repurposing it. Is that's what you gotta do. All right. So that's a lesson.
Life lessons from
Yep.
Death Battle.
Exactly. As far as who's gonna win, I don't know. I'm gonna go Fall Guys just because they seem like they're indestructible and like Among Us people can die. I mean, maybe like with their spirits they can come back and kill the Fall Guys, but I think Fall Guys.
I mean, Fall Guys feels like the obvious choice, but I'm gonna go with Among Us just because like they're cute and
They're cuter.
and they're baffling to me. Like they have one bone.
Mhm.
And they kind of look like chocolate candies because like the inside was brown and then like He had like his little yellow shell. Like he looked like an M&M with a bone in it. A peanut M&M. But there's a bone instead of a peanut.
The only kind of M&M I recognize is the peanut M&M.
This is true.
Just try to give me some reject M&Ms that were not peanut. I'm like, those aren't M&Ms then.
They were not reject M&Ms. They were basic M&Ms. They were the original.
Those aren't M&Ms. I don't know what those are.
They were rejected by
Yeah.
him.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Uh-oh.
This is weird.
Oh my god. So is everyone just getting eliminated?
Yes, Mickey was twerking. Ooh.
Oh.
Damn. Hey, you get to be king. You win. Uh-oh. This is imposter. Stabby stab. Yeah, you can't kill it, see? Just getting owned. Oh, bitch slap left and right.
Banana bomb!
The banana bomb.
Oh, that was thorough.
Yeah, but can keep stretching.
He turned into a Pac-Man.
Oh, set the universe on fire. No, Pac-Man! Man sword. He's master of the universe. All he cares about is the crown. Then we get to be king. Aw.
Oh.
Yay!
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, when's the next episode? This is my new favorite show. Move over, Chimp Crazy.
We broke this down into 3 categories: offense, defense, and the bizarre.
Craziness, yeah.
Let's start with offense.
I mean, the bogus Among Us could blow up planets, not to mention moving faster than light to hit all those planets in one shot. It's kinda out there, but no Fall Guy has ever done anything like that. The crewmates clearly get the edge in offense.
Though that impressive power matters less when we look at defense.
It's crazy how much damage the Fall Guys can walk off. They survived any anything their course threw at them, took hits from meteors, and most importantly, survived the Big Bang. You know, the explosion that blew the whole frickin' universe into existence. Easy edge for the bumbling beans.
We can even go a step further. Both of these creatures have demonstrated various forms of invulnerability and death negation, like how the Fall Guys could always pop back up for another round, or how the crewmates became ghosts when they die. However, only the Fall Guys had a viable counter. Only the Fall Guys could ensure that their foe stays dead.
Pac-Man, they can become Pac-Man. You know, eats ghosts.
Brilliant.
Which leads us to the truly bizarre stuff about both of these beanie freaks.
They could both stretch their bodies to absurd lengths, but only the Fall Guys stretch beyond the observable universe in a matter of minutes. In fact, if we take these posting times literally, that would mean the Fall Guys can stretch at speeds over a quadrillion times faster than light.
I don't know, Wiz. That feels like a bit of a stretch. Wink.
The crewmates did have plenty of answers to the Fall Guys' hijinks, like a magic pencil sword to fight off He-Man's power sword, or how they could potentially hack Digi's creations.
But the overwhelming amount of stuff that the Fall Guys have access to just dwarfs the Among Us crew's arsenal. I mean, Hadoukens, TARDIS, just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, the spaceship crew had a few deadlier weapons among them, but the Fallen Guys had too many options that could not be countered.
The crewmates may have been cunning and dangerous, but the one-track-minded Fall Guys just wouldn't go down.
Making sure the losers of this fight were no longer Among Us.
Oh no, we never found the second imposter!
Ah, damn it, I knew that stupid robot was sus!
Sigh. So embarrassing.
The winner is the Fall Guys. And me.
Next time on Death Battle.
Yes!
Kratos.
Nasra. Awesome.
Yes.
Subscribe and join us
that's
a
gonna
member
be
to
a hell of
see
a death
more
battle.
Death Battle.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
That's great. I can't wait for the next one. Also, about the other game I was saying, the Mafia game or whatever, there's also a Guardian Angel too, where you can protect somebody. Like, so it's like, they got everything in there. But yeah, I mean, this was just a straight up silly one.
I have to give a moment of appreciation for the twerking crew member.
Yeah, that was the best part.
That was fantastic. It was like juicy little turquoise booty. Just going. I was very much appreciative of that. And then also I loved the like drama that they brought into this, so that when the Fall Guy believes he's going to lose, we see what goes on in his mind about like his family rejects him and he's outside in the cold looking in through the glass, and you know, he's homeless, he's living in a box on the street, and of course it's raining and it's cold. Meanwhile, the crew member is wearing the crown and gets all the glory. I love that they did that, and they had, you know, they put in extra stuff, because to what you were saying, this was just silly. I'm glad that we did this after our bet, because I think it would be a tough one to like have any skin in the game on this one. But they did a great job with making it as entertaining as possible through the little additional things that they added, even though what was obvious at the outset turned out to be the reality, and that was that Fall Guy was always going to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's props for the creativity and doing this battle. It's like, I thought about it, I was like, what are they going to do with this battle? How are they going to make it like a one-on-one? And so they did a nice job, like putting in Among Us at first and then changing it to the Fall Guys, and then like going back and forth between the two universes. Because usually it's like kind of set sometimes like in one universe, like one stage setting. Doesn't mean that's a person that's always going to win, but really excited for the next one, especially since we played Azura's Wrath not too long ago. And of course, we played God of War on our gaming channel as well. Yep. So let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want all of our Death Battle reactions, check out the playlist. Thanks so much for watching Death Battle with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.